Good morning. How y'all doing today? I hope this finds you well. I've got a story to tell you if you care to listen in. This story is about a little girl, and her name's Mary. And she was raised in a Christian home. Her parents took her every Sunday. She went to Sunday school and all, and she learned all about God and Jesus. And then as she grew older, she went to high school and finished up there, and then she went on to college. And when she went to college, she studied medicine. And she knew all about God. She was a big fan, but she really didn't know God. And then as she began to get into medicine and all, she started to put her faith in science, Well, one time her and her colleagues were all in South America. They were in the country of Chile, and they decided that we ought to go kayaking because there were some really cool rivers there. So they got up one morning and they went and they got in their kayaks and they were having a good time, and they kind of separated from one another. And there'd been a lot of rain, so the water was running pretty fast, Well, she come over around the corner and there was about a 4-foot drop. And she went over it, and when she did, her kayak capsized. Flipped right over. Man, she went down about 5 feet deep in that water and couldn't get out of her kayak. The pressure of that water was holding her down. And she began to panic. She thought for sure right then and there that she was going to drown. Well, all of a sudden, she felt a presence. She felt like she wasn't alone. And right next to her was Jesus. And he calmed her spirit and calmed her soul. And she actually saw herself outside of her body. She drowned. And she was descending into heaven. And there were some voices that she heard, but she couldn't really understand what it was. There were beings that she's never been around, and she began to be able to see herself laying on the beach. And there was folks all gathered around, and they began to give her CPR. And these voices told her to go back. To go back. Well, when she came around, she was in an ambulance and she was heading to the hospital. Well, Mary actually wrote a book about this entire experience. And it was called The 7 Lessons from Heaven. See, Mary got an opportunity to meet Jesus personally. We all don't get that. But because she believed, she was able to be saved. When she got back, though, being a scientist and all, she tried her hardest to debunk what happened. She tried to figure it out, tried to understand how this could be scientifically. And she couldn't come up with any answers. See, it says in the scriptures that, "For God loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believe in him should not perish but have eternal life. For God did not send the Son into the world to judge the world, but the world should be saved through him." See, God didn't come to judge us, he come to love us, and he come to save us. And he saved this woman in the flesh, and then ultimately she got saved again in the spirit. Well, I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. Sally and I want to tell you to be blessed and be safe and enjoy your loved ones. Well, God bless you, and we'll talk to you again soon.